Hello, my friend and fellow student. Today we will be practicing lesson 3. But before we do, I kind of felt like I jumped right into the course, but we really needed to talk a little bit about the introduction because it's in that introduction that we can kind of understand what our goal is and how are we going to do it. All right, as the introduction to the workbook states, the purpose of the workbook is to train our minds in a systematic way to a different perception of everything and everyone. So, I think it's really important on a daily basis before we go to practice one of our exercises is that we have in mind, what is the goal? Why are we doing this? So once again, I'm going to restate what the workbook says. The purpose of the workbook is to train our minds in a systematic way to a different perception of everything and everyone. All right, so moving forward, let's have that goal in mind. How will we accomplish this goal? How are we going to do it? How are we going to train our minds in a systematic way to a different perception of everyone and everything? Well, by simply doing the exercises. That's what the introduction says. We are going to accomplish this goal by simply doing the exercises. It is doing the exercises that will make the goal of the course possible. Stated right there in the introduction. Okay, now some of the ideas that they bring about in the introduction also, talk about what is involved in this doing. Okay, it's one thing to say, okay, we're going to do the exercises, but what is involved in the action of doing these exercises? We are merely asked to apply the ideas we are directed to do on a daily basis. That's it. Okay? We are merely asked to apply the ideas we are directed to do on a daily basis. We are not asked to judge them at all. We are asked only to use them. It is their use that will give their meaning to us and will show us that they are true. That's pretty cool. All right, so we merely need to do the exercises and use these ideas, and that's it. That's all we have. That's our responsibility as the students. And the course, which is the teacher, is going to take care of everything else. Okay? All right. The ideas presented, we don't have to believe them. We don't have to accept them or even welcome them. And we may find sometimes we even resist them. Okay? It does not matter. Just don't make any exceptions in applying the ideas. Okay? Just practice and use them. Okay, so we're going to look at lesson 3, and we're going to keep in mind what the goal and the purpose of the workbook is to train our minds in a systematic way to a different perception of everything and everyone. And how are we going to do this lesson? Okay, we're going to do it by simply using, right? We are merely asked to apply the ideas. Don't make any exceptions in applying these ideas, and just practice. Just use these ideas. Okay, so lesson number 3. I do not understand anything I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place. Apply this idea in the same way as the previous ones, without making distinctions of any kind. Whatever you see becomes a proper subject for applying the idea. Be sure that you do not question the suitability of anything for the application of the idea. These are not exercises in judgment. Anything is suitable if you see it. Some of the things you may see have emotionally charged meaning for you. Try to lay such feelings aside and merely use these things exactly as you would anything else. The point of the exercises is to help you clear your mind of all past associations, to see things just exactly as they appear to you now, and to realize how little you really understand about them. It is therefore essential that you keep a perfectly open mind, unhampered by judgment, in selecting the things to which the idea for the day is to be applied. For this purpose, one thing is like another, equally suitable and therefore equally useful. Okay, I do not understand anything I see in this room, on the street, from this place, from this window, in this place. Okay, for me, not being selective in using this exercise is important, because I find that when I look at a person, I think I know and I understand them. And this is asking me to remove my filter, my perceptions, and just see them as they are. And I have resistance to this because I think I know what the purpose of everything is and everyone is, and even situations that come into my life. Just use this exercise today. I do not understand anything I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place. All right. Enjoy your day. Practice. That's all. Just merely do. Just merely use these ideas. And I'll see you tomorrow.